Anyways,
we were gonna add people.
yeah.
I think that would have happened eventually, and I think it was discussed more than once about like, yo, like what if we get other people this year, or what if we try to do like more so like
you have to be so careful with that though.
with adding new people.
Yeah, you have to be so careful with that thing. Like,
Well, I think we kind of did that, but for a shorter amount of time. Like you guys came out for ZWC the second time. You guys came out for like 2 weeks, and we had a bunch of guys there.
Yeah, you experimented with having like guests and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I think there was I think if I remember correctly, that summer there was an original plan to do like a guest every week or something.
Yeah,
I remember
which would have been cool,
I
really
think
cool.
It really only turned out to be like 2 or 3.
2 or 3, because
the whole
everyone's
thing.
got different like schedule is tough.
Yeah.
But I like Milo, the first Z House, Milo came out for I think like a full week or 2. Actually, he came out for a full week and then stayed another week
That's right. Yeah.
because I think he enjoyed it that much, and it was like we were making so much content. It was a lot of fun. I think he just stayed for another week. He's like, screw it, I'm staying.
Yeah.
And that was great. I mean,
Because
we
he had
we
he
recorded
had
a bunch
good
of
time,
stuff.
Yeah.
And then I know John, Mr. Dowg, JD, and Noah J456 came out that year as well.
Yeah.
I have a great story. It's a good one.
For this podcast?
Well, yeah, why not?
Okay.
The night before we had the Santa Monica Pier meetup.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be like an insider story that I probably don't think anyone has ever heard before. We played some drinking games like at the house, just the 7 of us.
Yeah.
I think it was just 7 of us.
Like you do.
Like we do. We played till like 3 a.m.
Like you do.
Like you do. Everyone was having a great time, getting a little tipsy. It was fun.
Yeah.
And the next morning, the meetup was like, I don't know how it was so early. We did it so early.
It was like 10 a.m. or something.
Yeah, but it's a 2-hour drive. So we had to wake up at like 7:30. So we had like 4 hours of sleep. Still not feeling super great from the alcohol.
The dedication for the fans. I love it.
Oh, but it gets worse because we only had one car.
Oh, no.
It was Jack. Jack drove 4 guys, and then we took an Uber for the other 4 or 3 guys. The other 3 guys, yeah. And we all were dead asleep in both cars. But so Jack tells me the story from his perspective. I wasn't in his car, but he's like trying to stay awake, driving 2 hours up, and no one's awake to like keep him,
It's almost dangerous.
going. I mean, he was awake, but it was like a miserable drive.
Yeah.
All alone,
See,
basically,
I'm a
because
sleepy
everyone's
driver.
knocked out.
I couldn't do that.
In the Uber, which I was in, this dude was bumping techno the entire way up. I kid you not, like everyone in the car like trying to like just get a little bit of shut eye on the way up to this meetup, and he's just blasting techno 2 hours straight.
Hell yeah.
Brutal.
Future funk.
Future. I listen to Future Funk, dude. It's amazing.
Wait, did you actually?
I typed in Future Funk on Spotify,
And you see that like.
and I've been playing it all day while I work. It's so good.
It's
It's
so
the
great.
perfect work music.
And it always has a GIF.
It's like it's a little bumpy, but there's no lyrics. It's super
Sometimes
important.
there's lyrics.
Not that I have seen so
just
far.
wait.
No, but I don't want lyrics. I don't want like audible lyrics. If it's like a little bit of background vocals, great.
Yeah.
Because when I start hearing words and I can't like focus on whatever I'm typing or whatever I'm doing. So, anyway, that was a total tangent. So yeah, that was
funk
a
is
story,
good,
dude.
guys.
So we were thinking about adding other members, and I think that would have happened because Simon's got 10. We had 5. I think 7 to 8 would be like a really sweet spot, and then if
it really became something
something you can add
yeah.
more, because when you have more people, it doesn't matter if all 10 are there. If you can get like 6 or even half of them, that's still enough to make a great video. But when you have 5 Z House members and you only have 1 or 2 that show up and it's like 3 of you, it's not the same vibe. It's a little bit less,
but it's still
to work with.
I still think there's something special. Even, I think about this a lot with playing with some of the Boogie Boys guys, and they always, it's like one of those things where even if you have like a couple of people, and it's not everybody, you can still say Z House. You could like still say, and there's still that magic is still there, even though it might not be in the full blast of everybody's there in the same room. But I think there's something about, I can do let's say you and Lex did a reaction. I mean, you could be like Z House reaction, and it's you and Lex. But I don't think people care that much. Like watching it, sure they might be like, "Where's Chucky? Where's Pat?
I think
where's everybody?"
Having 2/5 is way different than having like 5/10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like so you're saying it'd be better if you had
more people in the group and even just half of them come in, right?
So like say you have 8 members, but 4 of them are in the video.
Yeah, I
That's
think
better,
4 is
yeah.
way different. 2 is way different because
Yeah.
it's a 1-to-1. It's like a 1-to-1
Sure.
relationship.
Sure.
3 makes it a little bit different. 4 is when you really start to get like, okay, it's a group video. Like there's a lot of things be going on, and if someone's not having a great day or like it's not like entertaining, there's
I'm not
someone's
saying-
always
I'm not-
doing something.
I'm not saying I don't think people care about like all the members. I'm just saying I think at the very least, like people are happy just to see 1 or 2 people collabing.
Oh, of course.
And at the end of the day, like I wouldn't complain too much if
No.
not everybody's in the whole video.
Of course
you know,
not.
I would love to see it. I'd love to see more people in the video.
Yeah.
But as a viewer, it's like it's still Z House to me. Like it's still the group to me when there's, let's just say 3 or 4 of you guys.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, 3 or 4 is fine.
But so who do you think would have? Do we even go down this rabbit hole of like who do you think would have been in it if you added more people?
Well, I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But,
Don't say me either.
Well, I was gonna
don't
say
do it.
you. I was gonna say you.
That's the easy one.
No,
That's the easy one to
be
not
straight
hurt
with
anybody's
you, I
feelings.
think here's the thing, though, dude. It's not as obvious as like, oh, this would be a great fit. It's
Dude, I don't even think
this person doesn't even live in the U.S. That's going to be really hard to do.
Yeah.
I think, truthfully, you and Noah would probably be the first 2 additions. Yeah, dead ass.
Really?
I think you and Noah would be the first. First of all, you both live in the U.S. That's a factor.
That's
it
very
is,
true.
regardless
Yeah.
of like the dynamic and how the content would be.
Yeah.
Like you got like Milo, John, Ben. They all live in the UK.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's
an
hard.
11-hour flight.
That's very hard.
That's not. That's so hard to do.
Yeah.
And they have like Ben's got a wife now, right?
And a kid.
And a kid on the
Coming
way.
soon. Yeah.
So, back then he didn't, but anyway, they like they have their own bunch of things going on in their lives, and they're also 11-hour flight away. Like that's even harder to do. So I think that the logical first 2 people, if you guys wanted to, would be you and Noah.
Bro, I feel like
That's what I think.
dude, you're making me blush, man. No,
And
like
then, dude-
I appreciate that a lot. Like I would never imagine that though in the moment. I felt so lucky just to be there as a guest. For like when me and Reed were a guest there, like that was crazy.
Yeah,
like I
Reed-
love doing that.
Reed's another one. Like he was actually in the discussion for like the original group of Z House. Like, he was
remember
there
hearing
for that.
Yeah.
He was going to be in it, but he couldn't do it at the time because of I don't even remember the reasons. But he had like other things to do, or he had like other financial responsibilities. I don't remember what it was. I don't want to be wrong, but he was supposed to be in the original group, and it didn't end up happening. So like there's a bunch of people that could have been in it that if they were able to, and we wanted to add more people. We didn't end up adding more people because it was only 2 years.
Yeah.
I think if we did a 3rd year, we might have seriously considered doing it.
That's so cool. There's some like hype to that dynamic of we're adding a new member. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
a new
it'd
member of the
be
group.
be great.
You could have like a whole like video like introducing whatever. I don't know. You could just do some fun
Yo,
stuff
you could
with
do a
that.
bunch of fun stuff with it.
Like make fun of the newbie.
hazing the new member
Like,
in a very
in a very PG way.
PG, easy, fun, YouTube totally acceptable way.
Yeah. No, I think that's exciting. Like I wonder if Noah could have done it though with Martina.
Well, I mean,
don't know.
yeah, there you go. Like he's getting a serious relationship.
Because I know
He
I
might
know
have been married at that point almost, or was married. I don't remember.
that was before.
It was before, just before.
Yeah. But I guess the year 3 potentially he would have been married probably.
Yeah, at that point he would have
Yeah.
been, I think. So that's
Yeah. First, can you imagine you get married and you're
it's
like,
yes, here.
hey honey, I gotta go.
I'm out.
I gotta go hang out.
Yeah,
Hang
exactly.
out and play Never Have I Ever Will.
Exactly, dude. I gotta go
Not
do
everybody.
YouTube challenges with the boys. Dude, that's it. Like,
The thing is, I know like deep down Noah's like, that would have been
well,
fun.
I think he would have wanted to do it, but
Yeah.
it's the same
Obligations,
reason that
obligations.
it's the same reason that I think it didn't happen. Like, life is a
Yeah.
thing. It
Yeah.
happens, and you can't always do exactly what you want to do. That's it. That's episode 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Wherever you find your podcasts.
Pretty
for the
much,
most
we're on
part.
Google Podcasts now. I
Wow.
didn't even know that was a thing until I put it on Google Podcasts. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Nice.
We're spreading like, okay, never mind. I'm not going to go there.